This video is actually inspired by my best friend Mary Lynn, who called me from Marshall's in a panic. Jen, I need skincare. I don't know what to get. What do all these labels mean? And I was like, girlfriend, I got you. I've done so much research on different skincare ingredients, and I feel like I've learned a lot about which skincare ingredients are ones we should be looking for in our skincare that do have research behind them to help with minimizing the signs of aging and also helping our skin to be healthy. So if that sounds interesting to you, hang tight. We're gonna get into that right now. Just a little disclaimer, I am not a doctor or a dermatologist or an esthetician. I just really like to research and learn, and when you read enough stuff, you start seeing the same ingredients over and over and over again, the same recommendations of the same ingredients over and over. I've read a lot of different research articles on different ingredients and clinical studies and things like that, and I've narrowed down my recommendations of top 5 skincare ingredients for anti-aging, of things that just seem like they're really, really amazing based on research-based studies. There, of course, are more than 5, but I had to end the video somewhere. But before we get started, I thought it would be interesting to start this video by just talking about the science behind our skin and why our skin ages. What is actually happening under the surface of our skin to make it age? As we get older, our skin gets drier, it gets less springy, it gets thinner. There are 3 components in our skin that help our skin to look younger, meaning more plump, more full, more hydrated, that we stop producing once we get to a certain age. And those are elastin, collagen, and glycosaminoglycans. And the nickname for that is GAGs or GAGs. I think that's kind of creepy sounding, but that's what they call it. So the purpose of collagen is to plump the skin. Imagine almost like a balloon inflated under your skin that kind of keeps your skin kind of smushy and tight, and think about a baby and how squishy their cheeks are. They've got so much collagen they can't even handle it. They're just so squishy. And then there's something called elastin, and that's what gives it the kind of the springiness to it to help it bounce. So the collagen keeps your skin kind of tight, and the elastin gives it that bounce. And the glycosaminoglycans, that is what helps keep our water content good in our skin, that helps our skin to not be dry. So after the age of 20, around then, we start producing less of those things. It's reported that we produce 1% less collagen every year after the age of 20. So we start producing less and less and less and less, and that's why our skin starts to kind of get drier and starts to, kind of fold in a little bit. Our cheeks maybe not be as full. Wrinkles start forming, things like that. One thing that's also a really big contributor is UV light exposure. So the more you're exposed to ultraviolet light by not using sunscreen, things like that, you actually will reduce your production of collagen and elastin even more. That damage will stop the production even faster. So what we want our skincare to do is we want to slow the loss of that collagen and the elastin and the GAGs. We want to slow all of that so that we can have healthier, more full-looking, more youthful-looking skin. So now let's go ahead and get into the 5 ingredients that I chose. We're going to combine AHAs and BHAs because they can actually be put together into one formula, or they could be used separately. They're both chemical exfoliators. So if you've ever used a physical exfoliator where it's got like granules and you rub it on your skin and it kind of sloughs off the dead skin, that is a physical exfoliator. A chemical exfoliator is the basic same idea, but it's said to be a little more gentle on the skin because you're not scratching your skin. It's helping the cells to regenerate, which is going to help your skin look brighter. It's going to help your skin to shrink your pores. It's going to make your skin tone look more even. It's going to help even out your texture. AHAs include glycolic and lactic acids, and it's definitely recommended if you've never used a chemical exfoliator before to start lower and then work your way up, because you will be feeling a tingly feeling feeling on your skin. I've read some websites that if your face isn't tingling, it's probably not doing anything, but I'm scared of that advice. I don't think necessarily that's a good thing. I think that using a chemical exfoliator at a lower level for a little while and, you know, seeing the effects of it and then deciding whether you want to do more or not is probably better. So all the articles are linked down below. I really like the advice of starting with a 5 to 10% of AHA/BHAs and then working your way up from there as you get used to it. It's also really important to use sunscreen when you're using an AHA specifically because it makes your skin more sensitive to ultraviolet rays. Also, if you're using too much of it and too frequently, you can actually thin your skin faster. So you don't want to overdo it. Less is more, and then as your skin gets used to it, then bump it up from there. One thing I did with my Drunk Elephant products was I totally overdid it, did too many chemical exfoliators, and I did start to see that thinning of my skin, which was really, really bad. Now, BHAs are just a little bit different. They're similar but different. Salicylic acid is the common BHA. This one is really good for people with acne and blackheads. It specifically targets that because it helps to loosen the blackheads and clear up your pores. It's also generally less irritating than AHAs. So the stuff that I usually use for my skin is usually a combination of both. All right, ingredient number 2 is retinol, and I'm sure you've probably heard of retinol before. You can get a prescription for retinol or you can get it over the counter. Prescription retinol, of course, is going to be more intense. It's an antioxidant, and what's so cool about it is the molecular structure is so tiny that it sinks down to the lower layers of your skin so it can work its magic way down there, which a lot of the products we put on our skin can't do that because the molecular structure is just too big. So what it does while it's down there is it stimulates your collagen production and it helps your collagen to keep pumping and going even after your skin's like, no, I'm done. No more collagen. I'm too old for this business. The retinol is like, no, you are going to keep going. You're going to keep producing collagen. It also encourages your cell turnover, so it helps your skin to regenerate faster, and that's going to help with your texture and your evening of your skin tone. Another thing that it does is it increases your blood vessel formation. So it helps the circulation in your skin. So when there's more blood circulating through your skin, it helps everything to just be brighter and healthier. Now, one thing that's really, 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 really important with retinol is that you only use it at night and in the morning to use a sunscreen because it does make your skin extra sensitive to the sun's rays. So really, really important. Never, never, never use retinol during the day. Like, I guess you probably could put some sunscreen over top of it, but my friends, I'd be like, no, do not use retinol during the day. And it works best at night. The research says that it works best in the dark. I don't know why, but that's what they say. The next fabulous ingredient is hyaluronic acid, which you've probably heard of as well. Hyaluronic acid's purpose is to hold moisture into your skin. Remember what I was saying about the glycosaminoglycans, that how when we stop producing them, our skin gets drier? Well, the hyaluronic acid is also produced naturally in our body, but this is one thing that is naturally produced in our body that we can actually put back into our body topically. So when you put the hyaluronic acid on your skin, it actually helps your skin to hold on to that moisture, even if your gags are not being produced as much. It definitely will help with that. It's also important to note that if a poor diet and smoking can decrease the hyaluronic acid levels that are naturally occurring in your body. So just know that that is a consequence of those life choices. This next ingredient you can find in so many skincare products, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to include it, and it's called niacinamide. And niacinamide's big job is to help your skin with the evening of your skin tone. What it does is it helps to your skin to slow the production of melanin. And I know that might be scary for some people because some people might think that that's skin whitening. It's not skin whitening. Think of it more as skin brightening. Think of it as evening of the skin tone and discouraging discoloration, things like that. Sources also say that it can help with enlarged pores, fine lines, and a weakened skin surface. This is another one that encourages circulation in the skin, so that's really good too. It also helps the skin to hold on to water content. It's an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory. And some sources say it can be used to treat acne, and some sources say that it doesn't treat acne. So that's something you'd have to talk to your dermatologist or your esthetician about. This one is probably my absolute favorite ingredient to see in skincare. Whenever I see this, I go, yes, 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 I learned so much about this ingredient by doing my skincare series called What the K, which was exploring Korean beauty. You can find so many K beauty products with this ingredient in it, and it's green tea. Green tea is, for lack of a better word, incredible. Drinking green tea, applying it topically is really, really good for your skin. Let me tell you, it's an antioxidant, it's an anti-inflammatory. There's been studies that have been done that say that topical application of green tea extract can help reduce the instances of skin cancer. It also helps to protect your skin from sun damage, which is super cool. One of the sources that's linked down below recommended to put on a green tea extract or products with green tea serums before your sunscreen as like an extra layer of protection. I'm gonna link some green tea products down below that I really, really like. Definitely check out K-Beauty for some of these things because Korean beauty is much less expensive for much better ingredients. I'll put some popular sellers down below. Amazon is great. Just make sure that you're getting it from the actual brand, and that way you make sure you're getting the real thing and not a fake. The last one is a very tricky one, but a very good one, and it's vitamin C. You want to specifically look for L-ascorbic acid. Supposedly that is the best one and the most effective one. Some sources say that is the only effective one. Again, it's an antioxidant. It protects the skin from environmental pollutants and UV exposure. It also slows the loss of collagen. The thing about vitamin C though is it has a very short shelf life, like think 6 months to a year max. It also needs to be in complete darkness and not exposed to air. It's a very, very delicate ingredient. So some things to help you to pick a good vitamin C is to look for products that don't include water, and also look at the packaging of it. Is air able to get inside? Is light able to get inside? If yes, then those probably aren't the best products to buy. And once you buy it, take note of the scent and also the texture. If you notice that the scent is changing or the texture is changing, it's probably gone bad, unfortunately. But if you don't want to invest in a vitamin C product, eating vitamin C also helps with your skin. Your body does flush out excess vitamin C that you don't use though, so don't feel like you need to overdo it and eat 8 oranges a day. That's not necessary. But make sure you're getting your daily allowance of vitamin C, and that helps skin as well. Some additional ingredients that I just want to throw in there, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, hydroquinone, and peptides are also really, really good, but I didn't want this video to last forever. And before I end the video, I do want to do a little PSA on aging. I feel like, you know, after all of that and all of this anti-aging talk, you know, I look at myself. I just turned 40 a few weeks ago, and I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I see the signs of aging in, you know, the wrinkles on my forehead, the fine lines around my eyes, the wrinkles on my neck, things like that. And it's like, man, you know, and I see all these 20-something YouTubers and think about how I looked when I was that age, and and then it's like, you know what, Jen, shut up. Shut up, Jen. There are a lot of people that for one reason or another are no longer with us that would love to be where I'm at as far as my age, would have loved to have lived to the age to get wrinkles. And I need to celebrate the fact that I'm here and I'm alive, wrinkles and all, and that's okay. It's okay to have wrinkles. It's okay to get older because the alternative sucks. Even though I have this mental battle in my head with wanting to look more youthful, I also need to remember that skincare isn't just about looking more youthful. It's also about taking care of the health of our skin, because our skin, like I said earlier, is our biggest organ, and we need to take care of it through good skincare, through our diet, through sunscreen. And I'm hoping that you're cheering this on, that you already know this information, and that hopefully this is just more affirmation, pep talky kind of talk of things that you already know. But we all kind of need to go be together on this, you know, as we get older, and celebrate each other and be thankful for every day we are permitted to get older. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that I came through clearly on this. I hope everybody understands what I was trying to say. One of the curses of YouTube videos is that the only way I can clarify what I'm trying to say is through responding to comments, but once the video is up, if something's misinterpreted, if something isn't said perfectly, I can't go back and edit the video and clarify what I was saying, which kind of stinks. So hopefully I was able to articulate myself well enough, and I want to thank you so much for for watching. If you have anything to add to this conversation, I'm going to turn it over to you now. Please leave your thoughts in the comments down below in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, because that's where we can all learn together as one giant brain, helping each other to learn about these topics so we can be more educated. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button before you go so you don't miss future content. And whether you've been here for a while or you're brand new to the channel, mad love to you. I hope you're doing well wherever you are and whatever your age is, and I will see you in a video very, very soon.